The digital divide means that there are a significant number of people across the country, especially in my local community, who not only don't have access to technology, to the internet and computers, but they don't have the skills to be able to use them effectively.
And the divide of those without broadband access falls mostly along class, geography, and racial lines. 66 to 82% of Americans earning more than $50,000 have a broadband connection, but only half as many lower-income households are connected, and the gap is growing for minority households as well.
Here in the country that invented the internet, every child should have the chance to get online.
Seven-year-old Lynette Wiley frowns in concentration as she maneuvers her mouse to zigzag the white arrow across her computer screen. With one finger, she carefully types the name of favorite website. She says she likes to email her dad, talk to friends on Facebook, and is learning to do research online.
Like sometimes my teacher asks me questions, and then I will search them on Google.
But last year, the second grader struggled to do computer homework. Her only access to a computer was at the library, which usually closed 2 hours after school got out. Wiley is still learning where all the letters are on the keyboard, so she never had enough time to finish her assignments.
I'll be trying to type fast, but I'll be looking for the letters that I need.
The dozens of families it serves had no in-house computer access until last month, when the city opened a computer lab in the center. Living in the digital dark ages made it difficult for young residents to do homework. A quarter of the U.S. population lacks internet access at home. The rate is even higher in Philadelphia, where city officials estimate 41% of residents have no internet access. But Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter plans to change that.
You can't truly be free if you don't have information. You can't be connected if you have no ability to be connected.
So Mayor Nutter has added technology improvements to Philadelphia's most recent infrastructure plan. Experts like Andrew Buss from the city's Division of Technology say that's a vital step in closing the digital divide.
It's a new mindset that technology has to be imbued across the city's infrastructure, and it's a very important part of it.
Over the next 2 years, Philadelphia plans to create public Wi-Fi spots in parks and on subways and trains, which will mostly benefit people with laptops, notebooks, or smartphones. But 25% of the city lives in poverty, and many cannot afford this technology. Those without computers and laptops could go to one of the dozens of computer centers the city is opening, many of them in low-income communities and some at homeless shelters. Along with access to the internet, the city is providing free digital literacy and job training. Still, some experts say the digital divide cannot be closed by public computer centers alone.
The ability to accelerate in-home broadband access allows people to have this unlimited connection to a resource that will, change their lives and transform their lives. That's really the ideal place where you have citizens connected where they live.
The use of verbal literacies, for me, it's been really important working in the digital literacy realms. Just the advantages I had to be able to go through colleges and universities and get that experience in the traditional textbook brick and mortar settings, and then when you transfer those skills into the digital literacy domains, it's just really an advantage. When we're talking about cultural capital, that's non-financial barriers or benefits of your particular culture that may have assisted you or put up barriers in acquiring that higher education that you may be seeking. And for me, I was really lucky. I was able to go to colleges and universities and to continue my studies after high school, to go through high school and to go on to even more schooling in the higher education. That was really a lucky, beneficial thing for me, and I don't take that for granted at all. I know there's a lot of people that may have never had that opportunity and certainly had all the intelligence and potential in the world, and just their situations did not allow that. So I am always reminded of the opportunities I received and how grateful I am.
It's the famed $100 laptop. now called the XO laptop. This is it. The company behind this is called One Laptop Per Child, laptop.org, and the idea behind this is to make it so inexpensive that poor countries can afford to buy them for their students, their educationally deprived students, in the hundreds of thousands or the millions. But what's really interesting...
Digital technology, constant networking, instant gratification, global connectedness, different stimuli than previous generations. This is how people live their lives.
This is our education system, built as a mass standardization response to the Industrial Revolution at the turn of the 20th century.
There's an old adage that learning is not a spectator sport. And I think that we've always grappled with how to create active learning, participatory learning into a very traditional university environment.
Second Life really is just a virtual world platform. We have used it for medical education, doing patient-doctor role play. We've also used it with dental students in the same way. We have a Spanish teacher that takes her students into Second Spain, which is a Spanish-speaking island in Second Life, to practice their Spanish oral skills with native Spanish speakers.
More generally, the use of the internet and technology as a kind of a space between us for creativity and design is a general trend. It is a sort of a great human progress. Technology is just generally being used to allow us to create in as shared and social a way as possible. And I think that Second Life and virtual worlds more generally represent the best we can do to achieve that right now.
About creating better learning systems for kids, whether we have a game or not. This is not about delivering games to people, it's about delivering learning systems and learning communities. Not just to be an academic theory, but to be a theory of how we implement new forms of learning in and out of schools. And as we get better ways to let kids be productive experts and have passion and develop skills that really translate into abilities for the future world, we maybe want to get rid of this distinction between formal and informal learning.